Hello, this is Running Robert, and today we are playing Bad North. It's a game by Plausible Concept. Nice little indie game, very cute, very fun. Pretty much you are defending your islands against, or attacking and defending islands against barbarian raiders. So we are pretty much just going to get right into it. We're going to go ahead and start there. Now, one of the things this game is not very forgiving, as I have found out, unfortunately. So this is who we are starting off with. So we start off with two commanders. There's a couple things you can do here. You can make the game easier or harder. You can allow level restarts if you need to. Tutorial if you're doing your first game. But we're just going to go ahead and kind of begin what we have. So this game, definitely a good amount of strategy. And sometimes simple strategy, and sometimes just that rock beats paper, beats scissors kind of mentality. We have a couple units that are strong against other units. So you can see where we are starting. So we have a single little hut, and then the enemies are coming in. So what we are going to do is move our units down to defeat them. So like I said, it's kind of starting off simple. We're trying to take this pinch point from them. One thing to know is any boats that collide are going to push our men back a little bit. So as you see, they got kind of pushed back a little bit, but with superior numbers, we are in good shape there. We're going to move just a little bit here. The big thing, and you can see final wave incoming already, is it's getting you the start. So they're in, and they are slaughtered. So nice little tactical checkpoint. This is the first level. The game does get a lot harder, where you are having to navigate throughout the entire island instead of just maybe one pinch point. Okay, so, whoop. Have him come in there. There we go. So, after every victory, you get coins for every house you served, and it'll kind of show you what you defeated. So these guys are just normal melee troops, and we'll see them going forward. So, that is our home island. And so the next island we know just has those normal melee troops. If we look at Herringhome, this will actually give us another commander. We can employ 4 at one time. If we look at Dark Rock, this is going to give us some kind of special something. We can also do upgrades with the money, but upgrades at the moment, you see they cost 6. And we only have 3, so we can't do it. So we're just going to go end our turn. And then we will attack the next island. So again, the similar layout. We have 3 houses up there. You see the attackers, and we're going to deploy just a standard deploying right now. So obviously one of the big things you can do, depending on the troops, is just defending these pinch points. You could also make sure you kind of take them on the island itself, so they just never get a chance to come up here. So we'll do the pinch point to show you what that is like here. Like I said, the game itself is very graphically simple, but also pretty beautiful. So they're going to try to run up, and oh, they slaughtered one of my guys, but we slaughtered both of them. So like I said, the game itself, like, very graphic, very beautiful, very simple playstyle. Like, there's nothing that complicated with it. Oh, you see he's trying to go to the house. Okay, so you see that's not really working out very well for us right here. So what we're going to do, we need to actually do more of a trapping action. So what we can do here, we have bombs. We can get more troops if needed from the houses. And this is our final wave. So we're going to go ahead and do it. So what we're going to do, we're going to let them go there. I'm going to throw that bomb. And I totally missed them. But I stunned them. So our troops were able to get a big advantage there. Oh, okay. So we're still surviving. There we go. And the last one, he doesn't have that many. We're going to try to trap him in between our armies right in this spot. So like I said, he's going to come up. And then we are going to go right after him. So when a commander dies, when a whole army is killed, you lose it for the game. So you don't want to just blindly have troops rushing into an area, because they will die a terrible death. And then you will be done that commander. So, you know, we're a little bit short. So, you know, I definitely showed you one strategy. You know, it's definitely good. These troops are not good at pinch points. Pikemen are great at pinch points. They, not so much. Okay, so we have options now. We can actually upgrade, which is really nice. And we can kind of see, we can go get our special item here, or we can get extra soldiers here. First, we want to upgrade. And the big upgrade that you probably want to do first is pikes. Pikes are really nice. So we have defensive pikes, so we're good there. We're going to end our turn. And so I can't just kind of hop from like here to here to here. Once I hop one or get past it, I cannot go back. So we're just going to go here. And we're going to go for our first attack. Okay, so we see our island. We also get our local commander here, Cheldar. So he's going to be in there. So deploy. So we're going to actually have 3 armies for this. Okay, so the first thing you see, these guys have pikes. You see the island is a little bit larger. We have problems here trying to defend these houses, but anything that lands in this back corner will not be able to reach us. And there comes the first new army unit right there. So these guys are barbarians with shields, so our pikemen will set up for defense. They're going to come after us. And they're going to try to probe us, but we have a great defensive area right there. We really don't need to do much more here. This is pretty simple just on how it's built. We do have to watch out that no one comes through this side, as they are loading up troops over here. But it does not matter. As they get close, they are spotted. So we can move these guys at the moment over to here just to be on the safe side. I want to make sure that if, but when I'm focusing here, nothing's going to come in through this area. In the later levels, they will. But for this level, not so much. Because we're still very early on. The game does have a decent curve for it. So as you get farther on, it gets a lot harder, and you will have waves coming from different directions. So we will actually get our first waves from those directions, as you see here. Okay, so we're going to move our guys to here. So we have our soldiers here. We have our soldiers here. If pikemen are moving, they are very vulnerable. So it's bad for them to be vulnerable. There we go. And victory. So we get our house goals. Okay. It's going to be about 6. And it shows the second army is now, this is going to be our regular militia barbarians, and those other ones are going to be the stronger shielded barbarians. Okay, so as we continue, we get him now, which is really nice. We do have 8 coins here, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to go ahead and upgrade him to swords. So first a melee unit, carrying shields to block bows and projectiles. So he's a good unit to have against the bowmen, which we will see later. So as we end the turn, you see we can actually still go here. So it actually worked out really well. Okay, so really all we're going to see here is regular troops. So this should be a pretty easy battle. Like I said, the level curve on this is very nice. There's not a huge amount of zoom you can do. Movement is fairly simple with just the mouse and the wheel. Nothing too complicated with it. But you see now we have our swordsman here. So we are actually going to throw our swordsmen up against this. And I'll show you guys how that works. We're just going to keep them right there. They have to pretty much kind of go through these guys to get there. So should be pretty good. But it'll show you how the swordsmen are going to do against them. So, yep. Not as efficient as the pikemen, but they killed them all. They did take 8 losses. Oh, and see, here's the thing where now we have a double attack going on. We're going to try to reach him in position. And him is our backup. So when they actually land the boats, they stun our guys momentarily. So you can see they kind of get stunned. You see the ones that are sitting in the back. Thankfully, I can use this. Oh, and I did something there for an achievement. So like I said, that's pretty good. And the final wave is incoming. So these guys are going to stun them for a little bit. So we're going to see how that works out. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's see, we're going to finish him off. We need to rush back to this side. Move him back just a little bit. He's going to land there. I think he's looking to land right in between our entire army. So he really has nowhere to go. There we go. Okay. So did well there. Got a good amount of gold. 33 enemies killed. And I got an item. So anytime you see that question, it'll come into an item. Okay, so we can go here. We can look at the second. So The item is allows commanders to be deployed twice per turn. So as you get more commanders, you can move forward a lot quicker. So at the moment, let's see, we have, whoops, I did not want to click that, but, so, swordsmen and these guys get special skills. Their skill here is going to be perform a jumping attack from a cliff onto enemies below. Did not mean to click that, but we might as well allow commander to be deployed twice, if wanted. For some of these easier islands, it's pretty good. So if looking, we have regulars and the elites, regulars and the elites, and then just the elites there. But we're going to go ahead and proceed to the next turn. And so that's kind of how this game works very well. Like I said, very simple game. It's very simple to learn, a little bit harder to master. Obviously, there's a huge map. I have not been able to beat it yet, as you get, you can make this as easy or hard as you want. I have done this without retries. So at some point, something goes wrong. I mostly get slaughtered. It doesn't go well for me. But like I said, I think this is like a really fun game. Name is Bad North. Description will be below. I hope you guys watch this little tutorial walkthrough and game review. I hope you have a good day.